Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Jay Nibby here, back with another Final Fantasy XIV video. Last video had some technical difficulties with the recording. Either I forgot to hit the record button during the last few minutes, or OBS kind of had a stroke somewhere, although I think I might have definitely forgotten to hit the record button, so my bad. But it's all good. I actually did some stuff off camera. I did a few side quests, did a few more of my class quests as well, which is why I am now completely decked out and looking fantastic. I ended up getting too concerned with the side quest. I forgot to actually start focusing on the story. So, quick recap right now. We're just an adventurer trying to make a name for ourselves. Granted, earlier in the beginning, we did have that weird vision of a ball of light telling us hear, feel, think, only to then be confronted by a shadowy figure, and then we got, powered up and then attacked, and then we ended up waking up and it was like a hell of a fever dream. But yeah, pretty sure we don't gotta worry about anything with that. But yeah, in an effort to make a name for ourselves, we have made our way over to this fellow standing behind me, Papa Sean. Momodi from the Adventurers Guild said that he might have some work for an adventurer like myself, so let's get started. Well, you certainly look part of an adventurer, my friend. Might you be the good soul Momodi advised me to expect, I am Papa Sean, station master of this humble dispatch yard. An empty title, I assure you. I truly am no more than a tired old Lalafell passing his final years in quiet and solitude. 12 know there have been plenty of both of these last 5 years since the calamity struck. The devastation was vast. Yet now true Odans work together, doing all in our power to rebuild what was laid to ruin. By the sweat of our brows and the love of our home, we have rebuilt Ul'dah to the grandeur and majesty that you see today. The railways which run through this dispatch yard too were born of the noble efforts of a great many souls. But there is still much work to be done. The wounds left by the calamity run deep. Isolated areas beyond our lines of supply remain, and there are places yet wanting for relief and restoration. Ul'dah needs the aid of you and your brethren, friend. In fact, never has our need been more dire. Which brings me to the point, I suppose. I do believe I may have some work suited to one of your ability. Alright. That was a very long-winded way of you telling me that yes, I do have work for you. Since you've come all this way, perhaps you can perform an errand for me. It just so happens a number of sentries have been sent to guard the area. A dispatch to the dispatch yard, as it were. They have long been away from the shade and featherbeds of the city. The hot days and cold nights can play hells on a mind and body out there. It isn't much, but go and give them these twilight pretzels, would you? I find comfort food always helps when I feel like killing myself. Well, dark, but heard. Delivering pretzels. Okay, last pretzel delivered. While we walk back to Papa Sean, sorry. A few things that did happen off camera. When I did hit level 10, I have unlocked the option to go ahead and try out the different classes that are available in the city that I'm at currently. So for Ul'dah, your available classes would be Gladiator, Pugilist, and Thaumaturge. I believe those are the 3 starting classes that you have to choose from for Ul'dah. So my options now, I can either be a Pugilist if I wanted to, or go ahead and do magic as a Thaumaturge, and I'm going the completely wrong way. So I do have the option to switch classes if I want to, and that's pretty cool because, you know, most MMORPGs, you would have to go ahead and make a whole new character if you wanted to try out a different class. With Final Fantasy XIV, you can actually just make one character and you can just literally learn every single job that's in the game and you're good to go. You can swap out as you need, which is great. You've returned, and with the deal-filled pretzels I see. Tell me, how far are Sultan sworn sentries? Did they have anything to report? Anything at all? What? Nothing? Are you sure? Oh dear. Take this for your troubles then, and stay a moment. There was more I would ask of you. Things are getting a bit more serious. Jay, I have just this moment. No, the time for concealment is past. The truth is, even before I had you deliver those pretzels, I was privy to some most unsettling news. Which is the real reason I sent you to meet those Sultan Sworn. Alright, so what's up? A young noblewoman from a very prestigious family has run away from home and I have been ordered to see to her safe return. The Sultan Sworn you met earlier are assisting with the search. Alas, it seems they have found no trace of her. I apologize for not being frank with you from the start, but we must proceed with caution. Should word of her disappearance spread, I fear others with less honorable motives may join the hunt. And should we allow her to come to any harm, not even 100 beheadings would be punishment enough. That cannot happen, Jay. It must not. I need you to help me find her. Alright, so who the hell is this person that has you all freaked out, though? Oh, praise the 12. I knew I could count on you. I've instructed the others to expand the search, but Danalan is vast and there are only so many of us. The young noblewoman's name is Lady Lilyra. I want you to go south and look for her in the vicinity of the Sultan Tree. Good luck. Well, I did say I needed work, and boy, did I get a hell of a job. Alright, let's look for this super important person.
Oh, Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line, forgive my weakness. My failings have cost us dear. Show yourself!
I was sent to look for you. And oh, what the frick? Hi.
As you command, O Lilyra. Forgive my selfish desire to assure your welfare.
I don't recall requesting an escort. Simply pretend we never met and continue on your way.
We both know I can do no such thing. It isn't safe for you here alone. It isn't safe for anyone. Not with this etheric disturbance. It's as though the dead are watching us. And I'd prefer not to join them, if it's all the same to you. Ah, you must be the one the Papa Shan mentioned. Congratulations on finding our elusive young charge.
No problem, I guess?
You'll have to forgive her impetuousness. What she lacks in discipline, she makes up for in stubbornness. You should return with us. The station master will be eager to thank Lady Lilyra's protector in person. Alas, the station master will have to wait. Dear Lilyra, for my sake, please stay out of harm's way. As for you, dear friend, for Lilyra's sake, please stay in harm's way.
You got it. Oh shoot, I literally forgot to mention one other thing. I did learn a few new skills as well. I'll explain all of that after we're done here. And there's the reason why my new skills are grayed out right now. So whenever you're entering an instanced battle, which is what this is right now, if you're above, I guess, the recommended level for this instanced battle, your level will be temporarily reduced down to that recommended level, just so it's not a complete, you know, cakewalk, and there's still some sort of effort you gotta put into it. Keeps things from being too easy, you know? And also makes easier to actually help out other players and, you know, just to actually do things as a group. So you're not worrying about what level you are. If you're too low or too high, you can still do the content no matter what. Oh, this might take a while. Nice. Ooh, what do we have here? Shiny. A little loot for my troubles, I guess.
Feel.
Oh, this voice again. So what is happening? And holy shit. What is this?
Crystal Bearer. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them. deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart.
Oh, I'm not the only one she's calling out for help to. Well, if this doesn't make me a famous adventurer, then nothing will. Sure, why not? Let's save the world.
Now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Ah, coming around now.
Would you mind telling me what that was?
If I only knew. A denizen of the void at any rate.
The void sent? Here? But how?
The question isn't how, but who. We're not dealing with bookless bandits. Don't suppose the answer came to you in a dream?
Now that you mention it, I did have the strangest dream.
No sooner did you fell the beast than you fell asleep. Too much ether, no doubt. Interesting. I hadn't considered the crystal.
Yeah. A
But of
big
course,
giant one was
This
talking to me.
changes everything. Oh, just thinking aloud? At any rate, we haven't a moment to spare. I must return and report this at once. I leave Lady Lilira in your capable hands.
How dare you pass me about like a swaddled babe?
Madam, you
I
have people that are
shall return and
completely
tell them
worried about you
myself.
right now. Yes, please, go to them. Thank you.
As you wish, your impetuousness. I suspect we shall meet again before long. Until then, do try and stay awake.
I only promise to try, sir. I feel like I might have gotten in way over my head. But, yeah. If you've noticed, I have a nice shiny new icon on the screen right here, this nice little shield thing. Upon reaching level 10, seeing as gladiators are considered a tank class, we need something to actually keep enmity, or rather the threat generated from enemies onto us versus, you know, them going after our party mates. That's where this skill, Iron Will, comes in. It'll increase my enmity with any attack that I use, so therefore all the threat stays on me. So, yep, just a nice little tank stance, basically. Nothing too crazy. And I did get Shield Bash as well, so I can stun enemies with it as well. So definitely great for canceling out certain spells, or most abilities when you're out questing and whatnot. I'm going the wrong way again. Why am I like this? Alright, Papa Sean, I believe we found your missing person. Thank the gods you've returned. You had us all so worried. You do realize what would happen if a person of your noble stature were to be injured, or worse. Why, Her Grace, the Sultana, would be beside herself with grief. and so would her subjects. I dare say they'd be weeping in the streets. But I've already given you cause to weep, Papa Sean. You and the people of Ul'dah. Oh, I think we know who this person is. Please, you're not to say such things. We will find it, I swear to you. It is not my place to make demands, my lady, but I beg you, please stay out of harm's way. I apologize for causing you undue worry, Papa Sean. I shall refrain from traveling unescorted in the future. I cannot thank you enough, Jay. I understand you fought bravely to protect Lady Litera from void-sent fiends. For your gallant service, you deserve all the riches in the royal vaults. Alas, a small token of my gratitude is the best I can offer. A sarcastic man with a strange contraption strapped into his shoulder. Oh, I see you met Thancred. He's a scholar who spends his days investigating oddities in the ether. Rather too fond of the sound of his own voice for my liking, but perfectly harmless. As for you, Jay, you're just the sort of adventurer we need around here. I pray you show the same kindness to the people of Hydaelyn as you did to us today. Nice. Alright, so far so good. You're an adventurer, yes? If you're not otherwise occupied, I have a favor to ask. I've resolved to repay a debt of gratitude which I owe to the owner of the coffer and coffin. For this purpose, I've purchased from the royal plantations a prodigiously plump pumpkin, a particularly popular piece of produce. Oh, I see what you did there. Alas, I cannot part this place to procure and proffer the pumpkin. You see, the scheduled shipment from the Nanawa mines for which I wait is late. I would prevail upon you to pick up the pumpkin in my stead and see it safely to the coffer and coffin. Present this receipt of purchase to Gagari at the royal plantations and she will yield it to you. I apologize for asking you to attend to this time-consuming task, but I truly appreciate your assistance. Easy enough. We can also do this side quest that's here as well. It won't really take us far. It'll keep us contained right in this little area. So we'll do that. Pick up the pumpkin. And now we deal with the infestation. Alright, taken care of. Alrighty, so I will see you guys over at the coffer and coffer to deliver the pumpkin, so I will see you guys there. Alright, and here we are. We get to continue the main story stuff and drop off this side quest too. How about that? Drink for you, laddie? You won't get better ale or spirits for your coin than at me place. Actually, I'm dropping off a pumpkin for you. What's that? We Sisidoa asked you to bring this here to me? Ha! So even that foul-mouthed drunk knows that meaning of remorse. Reckon this is for the time I carried his drink sodden arse back home. But hell's an honest to God's pumpkin for the royal plantations. I can't wait to see what the cooks will do with her. The lads here scoff down beastly amounts of meat, and it's starting to tell on their health. It'll be good to get more vegetables in their bellies, assuming I can get the stubborn bastards to try something new. Thanks for your help, laddie. Word is, Blackbrush Station sorely— oh wow, there's a fete happening right outside. Word is, Blackbrush Station sorely undermanned. The stone torches there can't get a moment's peace. Bloke by the name of Warren is hoping to bolster their numbers for a short-term assignment or two. If you fancy putting a few extra gil in your pocket, you could do a lot worse. I'm going to do exactly that. But we also did just pick up that side quest from inside there, so let's go ahead and complete that. That won't take too long. And we're now level 12, so we're gonna be a little bit over-leveled for a few of these quests, if not a lot of— actually, yeah, we are heavily over-leveled, actually. These quest mobs are level 6, I'm level 12. Yeah, this is crazy. Either that or I'm just probably over-exaggerating it. Honestly, it hasn't really been that long since I played the game, then holy crap, so I might have forgotten a few things. Oh, good thing we're replaying it then. Let's help these guys out. Whoa, no you don't. Good hustle. Here's your meat, sir. And that's it. We'll head on over to Blackbrush Station. Oh shoot, I did forget I did attune to this one when I was doing a few other side quests as well, and I forgot it brought me out here. So, damn, I could have teleported out here then. Looking for work, perchance? If so, you couldn't have come at a better time. We stone torches are cell swords hired by Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern to protect its interests. Our primary duty here is to keep the tracks clear of pests, and it is for this purpose that we require your aid. I should point out, however, that it can be messy work, and liable to get messier still if you're ill-prepared. A single piece of gear can mean the difference between life and death. I'll not have it on my conscience that I sent an ill-equipped adventurer to an untimely demise. See to it that your arms and armor are in order. When you're ready, present yourself to me again. Equip your head, body, hands, legs, and feet with the gear of item level 5 or above before returning to speak with Warren. So this is essentially an introduction to how item levels work. So let's see, it's here we go, perfect. So you see this little asterisk here and the numbers right here? This is your item level. Depending on what your item level is will determine, you know, the type of if I can explain this without overcomplicating it. The higher your item level, the stronger you are, essentially. And obviously, the higher item level, the more harder stuff you can do. And obviously, the higher your item level, obviously that means, you know, better stats on your gear and all that good stuff. If that makes sense. You never want to have your item level low. Obviously, we're only level 12. This is totally fine. You don't need to worry about your item level until like probably end the game type stuff. But as you're progressing through, there's going to be some requirements that you need to meet in order for you to do them. So dungeons are a big example, actually. If you don't meet the item level requirements for certain dungeons, you can't do them. So Always keep that in mind. Keep your item level, your gear, all that good stuff in check, and you'll be good to go. And we've way exceeded his inspections, so we're fine. Ooh, and how about that? More gear. Neat thing, actually. You don't have to do any guesswork to figure out if what you have is an upgrade or not. I remember correctly, you had to manually go into your armory chest, which is where you have all of your armor and weapons and gear and stuff for your current class, as well as any other classes and jobs you decide to try out. This is where all of that gear goes. And I believe when I first started playing, you had to manually go into this menu and go ahead and right click or drag the item that you wanted to equip onto your character. Now we have this recommended gear icon. So you just click that. This window will pop up and it'll tell you if you have anything that's, you know, better than what you have on now. It'll recommend you equip it, and then you just go over here, click equip, and you're good to go. And I look ridiculous, but also very comfy. And there you go. That's how you equip your gear. That's how you check for your item level. And we have side quests popping up here as well. So I will attempt to do both these and the main scenario stuff, since I believe all of these should be in the same area. But if it looks like I'm getting too sidetracked with the side quests, I'll go ahead and, you know, do a little snippy snip so it's not dragging the length of the video. Let's get to it then, shall we? Ore wagons pass through this station every day, but not without incident. Wagons coming and going from the dispatch yards to the south must pass through a tunnel by Fesca's watch. A tunnel in which some genius saw fit to put an ore storehouse, creating ideal conditions for a goblin nest. So, now the ore-loving beasts have taken up residence in a tunnel we dug, and we're practically delivering meals to their doorstep. But no more. Inside the tunnel in question, you will find a narrow fissure where the goblins hide. Use this silver ore cluster to lure out the creatures, then slay them. Easy enough. And I believe this side quest needs me to purchase a high potion to give to someone. There we go. Here. I'm pretty sure it's not that bad of an injury, but here you go. Alright. Easy. Let's go ahead and deal with these goblins. So we have a task to essentially save the world from whatever darkness that has the big giant crystal thing concerned, and calling out to help to any capable adventurer. I'm all for making a name for myself, but that's a tall order. I feel like I'm way over my head, but I like it. Very exciting stuff. Alright, where are you? Ooh, more. Whoops. I could have definitely stunned him to interrupt that attack from going through. Let's go ahead and turn this in and see where we go next. Well done. It shan't be easy work to keep the tunnel free of goblins, but our wagons should be able to go unmolested for a time. Disruptions to ore shipments threaten not only the interests of Amagina and Son's mineral concern, but of Ul'dah herself. One might liken these train tracks to veins that bear our nation's lifeblood. If only we had more men like you to lend a hand. Why, thank you, good sir. Oh, level up. We are level 13. Congrats to that person as well. And what task do you have for me? Ah, the altruistic adventurer. I was hoping we'd bump into each other. Why? Because the most fascinating piece of news recently reached my ears and I'm eager to share it. May I? Rumor has it that there is a vast, untapped vein of ore beneath the ruins of Sildee. But that is not all. Inconceivably, the concern appears to be entirely ignorant of its existence. And even as we speak, a young upstart, a self-made merchant from Stone's Throw, of all places, is moving to claim it. The fellow's name is Wyston, and he is a very, very ambitious young man. Not only does he intend to secure exclusive excavation rights, but they say his master plan is to use his new fortune to curry favor with the Sacrarium. I hope I pronounced that right. Of course, the thaumaturges only considered the opinions of the most wealthy when drafting the laws of Ul'dah. If you would have your voice heard, you must be prepared to pay a sultan's ransom. One voice which is invariably heard belongs to Lord Lolorito. He has long lavished gil upon the thaumaturges, and some claim that he devises new laws with the express intention of ruining his competitors while protecting his own interests. Suffice it to say, if Wyston thinks he can compete with the likes of the Syndicate, he's in for a rude awakening. But that eventuality may yet be a little way off. For the present, he is moving ahead with his plans and assembling a team to survey the site. I'm told he's at the Coffer and Coffin right now, recruiting able-bodied adventurers to escort his prospectors. Warren said you were looking for work. Mayhap you should meet Wyston and volunteer for his expedition. Huh. I'm in. And let's do this side quest as well. Ooh. I believe it's raining outside right now. Oh, I gotta get 8 of these. Okay, this might take a while. Oh, ooh, sorry about that. Alright, so we went ahead and took care of the remaining side quests that popped up over at Blackbrush Station. So now all that's left is to go ahead and continue the story quest. Oh, and there's a fate happening nearby. Come to join? Sorry, but you're too late. Some brass blades looking for extra coin volunteered and the team's already en route to the ruins. But look, I know it's not easy to find work these days. If you're interested, there's something else you can do for me. There are these children outside, little ones from Stone's Throw. I look after them when I have the time to spare, and so they've taken to following me around, even when I tell them not to. But what with overseeing the search for the vein, I barely have a chance to visit the privy at the moment, much less entertain younglings. Can you give them these ginger cookies and convince them to go home for me? Well, damn, I made it too late. Alright, so they're dealt with. Alright, all done. Thank you, adventurer. I only wish I could do more. Stone's Throw is no place for a child. Not that my childhood was much happier. Never enough food to go around, nor work to earn it. But no shortage of contempt from the great and the good. I remember thinking things could only get better, yet now, after the calamity and everything else, for us refugees to be forced to live outside of the gates like a bloody beastman is a disgrace. They say with enough money you can change the laws here, so I'm going to make a fortune and do just that. I'll buy the excavation rights and start my own mining business. Then I'll give my fellow refugees the work they are crying out for and pay them fairly. The mining companies have profited from our suffering for too long, but in their hubris they've grown complacent, presenting us with a golden opportunity. I don't know, you might be getting in way over your head. And we'll take it, adventurer. We will reclaim our dignity and with it our place within those walls. We found her! We found the vein, Wyston. You must come and see. Already? Amazing, we leave at once. You should join me, my friend. Come and bear witness to history in the making. He has good intentions, but from what we've seen in Ul'dah so far, he might be overstepping just a bit. But hey, maybe his luck might turn around for the better with this discovery. Let's take a look. New entry for my hunting log. And oh, that is not looking good over there. So that looks like another instanced battle. Did you screw up, Wyston? Oh, I'm actually at the appropriate level for this, so my level won't get synced down. Ah, I had a feeling. Thal's balls, son. A vein of ore in the middle of a ruined, bloody city? God's damned idiot. What did you think was gonna happen? That you'd strike it rich and get cozy with the Order while the masters of Ul'dah looked on? No one crosses the Syndicate. The Syndicate? Ha! Finally sunk in, has it? Well, look at this. Not all your friends have deserted you, it seems. Lucky boy. Now you won't have to die alone. O mournful voice of creation, grant ye this humble stone a soul, that it may wake to life. Who's that spouting that gibberish? Show yourself. That's definitely a problem. This ain't part of the plan. Bloody hells, does Lord Lorito mean to kill us too? I don't think it's your boss that did this. Alright, let's go, sir. We'll interrupt that. Interrupt that again. Whoop! I don't have any more. Oh, I forgot my shield bash does have a normal cooldown. I could have stunned that again, but yeah. Once you get the hang of it, you'll know exactly like what to do whenever you're in battle. That the golem could be vanquished. That man is no ordinary adventurer. Who's watching me? Oh, just the wind. Damn, seems I've missed all the fun. I see you didn't need my help this time. Ah, shit, what the fuck? I would compose a ballad in your honor, but I fear no words would do you justice. The songstress of Uldar herself could not rival your beauty. Oh, stop it. I have oft heard it said that a blossom's beauty can move a man to love and long, but I never truly believed it until I met you two desert roses. Oh, this man's a player. I hear they attacked another caravan. Aye, and business is suffering for it. Bloody Amalja. What stirred him up, do you reckon? Another raid, and I'll wager that caravan was carrying crystals, much like the last. If they truly mean to summon a primal, we must act quickly. Are you coming, love? You wouldn't keep a girl waiting, would you? Perish the thought. So tell me, where in this marvel of a city might you lovely ladies be staying? So what I'm looking at right now looks like just visions of past events. At this rate, grain will soon be more precious than gold. A result of the uncommonly bad harvests, to be sure. And we have you to thank for them, do we not? Aye, this weakening of the etheric flow must surely be linked to Dalamud's descent. And, of course, to the primals. A fine mess, but we must not lose hope. Louis Soir would know what to do. We need only trust in his judgment. That thing looks goofy as hell. Truly, a marvel of Charlayan ingenuity. It's as if I could reach out and touch the ether. Time to focus. No more gallivanting about like before. The Scions are counting on you. Have faith. Just have faith. You can do this. This disturbance is recent. The Sultanry? Maybe Papa Shan will know something of it. Ah, so that's how he ended up out there. Ah, so we just seen all the events that happened that led up to us meeting Thancred for the first time by the Sultanry, and possibly now. Looks like they gave you quite a thrashing. Can you walk? It's me. I was too late. Our person of interest had already quit the scene. The General? Very well. I shall be there anon. My colleagues went to great lengths to provide me with the means to detect etheric disturbances, but every time I find one, you seem to be in the middle of it. I'm starting to wonder if it might not be simpler just to follow you around. Sadly, I have business elsewhere. Tread softly, my friend. The carefully laid trap you dismantled was clearly sanctioned by Lord Lolorito. I heard the Blades mention him as they fled. Believe me when I tell you that he is not a man to be trifled with. The Sultana's enemies grow bolder by the day, and I suspect they have the support of outside forces. Thank you. If you hadn't come along, those bastards would have surely slaughtered us all. I would speak with you further, but it isn't safe for us to linger here. Find me at the Coffer and Coffin later. Until then, stay safe. You got it. I shall accompany Weiston and his men. They need protection, and I need more information. Ah, but where are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself. I am Thancred, a humble scholar surveying the flow of ether in Thanalan. It is an honor and a privilege to make your acquaintance. I hope when next we meet, it is under more auspicious circumstances. Farewell. Ah, wait a moment. It occurs to me that we may have... Never mind. Fare thee well. Interesting. Very, very interesting. And, ooh. Let's do this fate real quick. Looks like a boss. We're 6 more levels above. Oh, let's do a level sync, and I'll try and explain what that is. So, level sync, if you end up trying to... If you want to do stuff like, let's say, for example, fates, but you're kind of over-leveled for it, like over the recommended level for it, it's not going to let you do it outright unless you go ahead and click the giant level sync button that you see on the right side of the screen. The only thing it does is... Whoops, wrong button. The only thing it'll do is obviously put your level down to a level where you can participate in the fate. And that's about it. You might have some skills that you might not be able to use depending on how far your level gets synced down to. But as you can see, I still have access to all of my skills that I currently know. So no worries there. Downside is though, whenever you do level sync, your tank stance gets disabled. So let's go ahead and re-enable that, although you really don't need to have it open, or active rather, whenever you're doing just regular questing stuff. You do want to have it on whenever you're doing dungeons and raids. There we go, easy XP. Let's make it back over to the Coffer and Coffin and see what happens next. "12 bless you, my friend. You risked your life to save ours. Betrayed by my own guards. Gods, I was a fool to trust those men. Lolorito owns the gods damned brass blades. I should have questioned their motives from the start. Even so, I could hardly have predicted that the wealthiest man in Ul'dah would want me dead for the heinous crime of seeking to change the law. I'm just a merchant, for God's sakes. That ruthless bastard. And what of that monstrosity? Those are his own men. It beggars belief. Well, that's it. I'm finished. If I stay in Ul'dah any longer, I'm as good as dead. My associates, my friends, gods, even the children may not be safe if I don't disappear. And you, gods damn it, if Lolorito learns of your involvements, you'll be next. I'll speak with the others and make sure your part in this stays secret. Beyond that, I don't know what to suggest. Maybe you should seek the counsel of Mistress Momodi. She's helped countless adventurers in her time. Mayhap she'll know what to do. Go quickly now, my friend. Lolorito's spies may be watching. Oh, this man is shook. That is unfortunate. But let's go ahead and head back to Ul'dah. Settle down, Jay. You've got nothing to worry about. No one seems to know you were at the ruins. Wyston, on the other hand, is now a pariah, about as welcome around here as a rabid wolf, poor bugger. Suffice to say, that boy risked the wrath of the wrong man. Lord Lolorito, chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company, generous contributor to the Order of Naldthal, and member of the Syndicate. Didn't get where he is by leaving loose ends, that one. Which is why he ain't above killing his own men. Hells, even if those blades knew what was coming, it's not like they could refuse to do their benefactor's bidding. Don't let this color your view of Ul'dah, Jay. It's true that there are some here who ain't afraid to crack a few skulls if it gets them what they want. But most of us are decent folk just trying to make ends meet. You know, a lot of people would call you a damn fool for risking your life to save a marked man. But I believe you did a good thing, Jay, and for that you have my respect. Listen, you've been through a lot lately. Why don't you rest a spell? I'll have the boys at the Hourglass set you up with the room, my treat. Just have a word with Otopa Patopa whenever you feel like staying. And room's now available. Sweet! And when you've got your appetite for adventuring back, consider taking on a guild lev or two. We've a lot of requests from locals looking to hire adventurers for various jobs. It'd be a good way for you to earn yourself some extra gil. Eustace can tell you more about how the system works, so go and speak with him if you're interested. Guild levs, or levies, now available. Alright. And moving on. Look what the Corel dragged in. Good to see you, Jay. I'd ask what brings you, but I reckon we both know the answer to that already. Well, have I ever let you down before? Wait, don't answer that. So happens I know a fella by the name of Dadanen who needs a hand. He's a merchant by trade, selling precious stones to those in Ul'dah with the means to buy them. He's asked that I send any looking for work his way. You can find him over in Horizon if you fancy. That's in Western Thanalan, mind you. Just cross the bridge north of Scorpion Crossing and the road will take you there. Knowing the circles he deals in, might be he'll have some talk of the royal family that'll interest you as well. And why not make use of a chocobo porter for the journey to Horizon, if you've the gil for it, that is. You'll find the chocobo stables just across the way from my quicksand. Find Mimigun, he'll set you straight. Well, off you go then. I haven't got all day to be holding your bloody hand. Sweet, we have more assignments. We'll pick up this introduction to levies as well. Ah, Jay, Momodi said he might come. I take it you wish to undertake one of the many guild levies available here at the Adventurers Guild? Guild levies are the means by which we document requests for assistance from the citizenry prior to assigning them to adventurers possessed of the necessary skills. From battlecraft levies that require extermination of monsters to tradecraft levies that ask for the creation of goods, the tasks we term levy quests, I might be pronouncing the word wrong altogether, are many and varied in their nature. Should your interest be piqued, I suggest you make your way to Horizon and speak with Totonoa. He'll be happy to set your feet on the path to completing your first levy quest. And that's exactly where I need to head to. And I know Momodi said we can use the Chocobo Porter right out here to head to Horizon, but I can teleport there. I failed to mention that teleporting is not free. It will eat up some of your gil, so just make sure you have enough gil and you're good. But honestly, worrying about how much gil you have will be an afterthought because you gain gil from completing quests, so trust me, you won't have to worry about going broke at all. Wanting to make more gil, on the other hand, is gonna require more work, so that's gonna be where crafting and gathering comes in. But let's turn you in. So, whenever you're doing levy quests, this is the menu that'll show up whenever you're accepting them. Levy quests can be accepted in most towns that you find. And you can go ahead and, just talk to the NPC, do whatever levy quests that they have, and that'll be that. There's obviously a brief tutorial on how levy quests work, so let's actually get that out the way first. So as you can see, the levy quest that we have, what pasties crave, it's over in Western Thanalan. This doesn't work like normal quests. You would have to get to the designated spot where the levy quest is sending you to, open up that menu again, and then go ahead and click initiate, and then that quest will be active. So as you can see on the minimap, we're in the spot that we need to be at. If you go ahead and click over to the quest objective where it says report to Western Thanalan, or rather the quest title, sorry, early in the morning, apologies, you'll go ahead and you'll have this window pop up again. You'll go ahead and click initiate. Don't worry about the thing that tells you about your home point is not set to an aetherite in this area. You're good. You're gonna have your difficulty slider. We're like level 13, so the recommended level is gonna be applied to us automatically in terms of the difficulty level, I mean. So this is fine. Hit confirm. As you can see, the levy quest is now active, and here is our target. Now, we just simply kill. And levy quest complete. Whenever you do complete a levy quest, you do have the option to get teleported back to town to turn it in. Or if you have more than one levy quest, you can hit no, continue doing the levy quest that's in the area, and then when you complete that last one and it says if you want to teleport back, you go ahead and hit yes. And you can just turn them all in at once. But since we only have the one, let's just teleport back, and there you go. That is how levy quests work, and we've now completed. We can actually unlock something else related to levies as well. What we just did is a levy quest that we can do on our own. For group ones, you would talk to this individual here. Duty Finder unlocked. Guild Hests now available. You have unlocked the Duty Finder. This feature allows you to undertake multiplayer duties without having to form a party on your own. To bring up the Duty Finder interface, select Duty Finder under Duty from the main menu. So this would be this right here. You click the exclamation point, go to Duty Finder. Obviously the shortcut for that, you just hit the U button on your keyboard and you're good. Yeah, let's just go through this real quick. The Duty Finder allows you to challenge dungeons and other duties with a party of other players. You may access it via duty in the main menu or by choosing the appropriate option at the entrance of any duty. Enter dungeons and other duties via the Duty Finder by choosing your desired duty, then selecting Join. You will then be automatically matched with compatible players destined for the same duty. You may register up to 5 duties at one time. Duties marked by a lock symbol require certain conditions to be met before becoming accessible. Usually that just means you need to be either a certain level, or you need to be a certain level and have your item level up to a certain point. When you register for a duty, it will appear along with an icon in your duty list. You may check duty status, including matching progress and approximate waiting times by selecting this entry. Once you have been successfully matched with the other players, a prompt window indicated by a notification sound will appear. Begin duty by selecting Commence. Please note, if you do not commence duty within the time limit, your registration will be automatically withdrawn and you must start the process over. Over the course of your adventures, the number of duties available to you will gradually increase. Many duties can be cleared via both the Duty Finder and duty support systems, so it's worth familiarizing yourself with both. You may also re-challenge previously cleared dungeons by accessing Duty Finder or Duty Supports via Duty in the main menu. And that is Duty Finder in a nutshell. And what we've just unlocked, the, oh my god, I forgot the, guild hests, there we go. Guild hests are essentially group versions of the levy quests that we're gonna be doing, or that you will be doing should you decide to do so. I like to think of these as introductory lessons on how group play will work. So let's go ahead and start basic training enemy parties. We have our healer ready. We are waiting on one more DPS to be ready, and the tank, being me, is also ready. So once everyone is ready, we'll go ahead and get loaded into the... Oh, perfect. Turn on my tank stance. Well, I'll explain all of this. So, typically if you're in a dungeon, you would never see the DPS going on ahead and taking aggro from you like that. But because this is legitimately easy as heck, and it's meant to be an introduction on how group stuff works, you don't gotta worry about trying to hold aggro from enemies immediately. When you're doing an actual dungeon, yeah, it definitely does matter. But right now I do have their attention. DPS is going to be focusing on burning them down as quickly as possible while I hold the enemy's attention, and that hurt. And complete. And a neat little thing, you can always give another player in your group a commendation at the end of each duty. Let's go ahead and select you. You want to talk to the Battle Warden again whenever you're done with the guild test. That way you get your rewards, your experience points, and all that jazz. The more guild tests you complete, the more you'll unlock. So, we just completed basic training enemy parties. We now have a new one called Under the Armor. We won't do that one, but hopefully you guys get the idea. Now, with that out of the way, let's continue the story, and I will definitely be doing these side quests as well. Jay, I presume. Momodi said to expect you, and so I have. Welcome to Horizon. Ours is a trading settlement that sees goods in from the ports of Vesper Bay to the west, and trade we do. Nary a day goes by that Horizon isn't bustling with some manner of merchants and officials. They keep us running about busy, they do. Enough so that I wish I had chocobo legs in place of my own. And that's why I've asked Momodi to send me any souls looking for work. 12 know there is plenty of it to be done around here. Speak to me again when you're ready to make yourself of some use. Alright, I'm gonna come back to him in a minute. Let's pick up these side quests. It so happens that I have a situation that must be resolved post-haste, and I do mean post-haste. I'm plumb out of premium product, and my latest order has yet to arrive. If I keep my customers waiting any longer, this could irrevocably damage my reputation. What's worse, I paid my man in advance for his services. Despite his assurances that it would be a simple affair, I've heard nothing since he departed for Copperbell Mines days ago. Find the drunken stag and give him this notice. I cannot afford any further delay. And while we're on our way to that objective, let's go ahead and start doing some of these side quests. So place traps out in the front, although I feel like this is a bad placement for these. Alright, and with that, I'm gonna see you guys over at the Copper Bell Mines to complete our next objective. Hello from the future. So, it didn't occur to me that my mic was muted for like a good while, so hence why you're not hearing much dialogue, like, at all. So, my bad for that. But essentially just doing these next few story quests before getting, not even sidetracked, before completing the next set of stuff that I'm trying to do or want to do, which would be the Hall of the Novice. I actually completely forgot about that. At level 15 you do have access to it, and that's over at the Adventurers Guild. Just speak with the smith and complete all of the tutorials that they offer, and you do get stuff out of it. You will get like a nice armor set from it, as well as a neat little ring that'll give you bonus experience points. Like, I believe it's a 30% bonus up until level 30. So great for, you know, leveling up a bit quicker. And also, the Hall of the Novice is absolutely essential if you're trying to know your role. In this case, because I'm a gladiator, which at level 30 turns into paladin, we are technically a tank class, so learning how to tank properly would be fantastic. But yeah, currently just doing the main story quest before I end up heading over to the Adventurers Guild to do the Hall of the Novice stuff. When we get back, my mic will not be muted again, and we can continue with the story quests. Alright, so, like I mentioned before, here in the Adventurers Guild, you will have an NPC called the Smith. He'll give you access to Hall of the Novice, provided that you are level 15. The purpose of this Hall of the Novice is to, teach you about your role, whether you're a tank, healer, or DPS. They'll have specific exercises that you can do by yourself for you to learn, how to be better when doing group play. So dungeons, raids, all that good stuff. It'll teach you the basics. That's about it. I do believe they've recently added an advanced Hall of the Novice for when you hit, I believe, level 50? I could be wrong. So that's a nice little addition. So even after you do think you have the hang of it, they do offer more tutorials and stuff, so you actually, get the hang of tanking or healing or being a better DPS. But yeah, essentially you want to go through all 8 exercises. I believe the amount of exercises varies depending on your role. For tank, we have 8 of them. I believe for healer and DPS, they have significantly fewer, I think. But yeah, level 15, go back to the Adventurers Guild, talk to the guy to get into Hall of the Novice, the Smith rather, to get into Hall of the Novice and complete your exercises. You'll get sweet gear, a nice EXP ring, and you're good to go. Alright, we are back. So, we did a few things. Firstly, as you can see, I have some pretty neat gear on now. I went ahead and completed the Hall of the Novice just to do some basic training on how to be a tank. Did some side quests before that, a little bit of the story stuff, and we do have access to more story stuff that we can do. But we're like over an hour in, so we're gonna start the next batch of quests in the next video. So I will see you then. Take care, everyone.